It's also around falling in love with something that's so difficult for everybody. I don't care who you are, which is feedback and self-awareness. It just blows. It just does. It may feel great a week later. You made tremendous growth in your career, but I don't care who you are. If someone comes to you, calls you a cow, says you're a bull in a china shop, and you've not really heard that before, it hurts. Have you ever felt that you were a little different? Me too. My father was an ex-Catholic priest who had a PhD in theology, spoke multiple languages, and read a book a day. My mom was a hardworking, oldest of 9 with a master's in English and an ex-Catholic nun. My brother went to the #1 high school in the world, Phillips Exeter Academy, and my sister went to Harvard. Then there was me, the dyslexic middle child, super confident with a chip on my shoulder, so I got into a lot of fights. I love sports and being on a team. It took a while, but I got my degree. I knew early on that my path would be unorthodox, and I needed to learn from the brilliance around me and to develop my own hard-hitting instincts. Now, after 25 years transforming Fortune 500 companies, I'm sharing how I became half monk and half hitman to help others to be balanced, high performers in business and in your life. Hello, everyone. Welcome to HunterX. This is John Hunter here. Again, just thankful for you showing up, grabbing 2 seconds of your time and your energy and your mind to possibly just tap into part of it to help you advance, to help you get creative, to help you maybe calm down, to help you relax, to help you evolve, help you be the best version of you that you can possibly be. I've been blessed in my life to have a lot of people and coaches and trainers, focus their efforts on me, and I'm simply here trying to pass that along to you. HunterX is the name. Hunter is really a mentality. X is a variety of ways of teaching, learning, describing to help us all learn, especially those of us who feel like they're just can't sit through 2 hours of a podcast, not going to read 7 books, but yet you want the same nuggets and morsels of information to help you advance, not only in business, but also at home, in your community, with your children, with your wife. A lot of what we're going to talk about was maybe born in the enterprise software business world, but what I've discovered is it can be applied in your life in so many different ways. Some of the different concepts we've been playing around with is one of the monk and the hitman or the hit woman. The necessity to be able to think strategically, be thoughtful, be intellectual, knowing how to contemplate, know how to think dynamically in multiple dimensions when necessary, combined with the real world street smarts, getting shit done, setting goals, outworking people, focusing in on your attitude, hiring and looking for resilient, like-minded people in your life. So we want to focus on these 2 elements, which we've been talking about now for a few episodes, and bring them together. And we'll be talking back and forth on these 2 different types of platforms. Topic for today is going to bounce a little bit into both. So this story comes from me being a frontline sales manager. So recap, I spent 18 years at CA Technologies. I spent 2 years at OpenText, 2 years at BMC, had a great exit, and in Micro Focus / HP, big global job, running big teams in enterprise software. This example is early on. I'm a frontline manager. I'm living in Phoenix. I'm killing it with my numbers, and I just think the world loves me. My shit doesn't stink, although I didn't know that. And I'm just crushing it, having a ton of fun, going out to drinks and fun with my coworkers. Due to this performance currency, I'm just full of myself. And unbeknownst to me, I get a new boss. A new vice president moves in from Europe, a guy named Andre Kunin. Hello, Andre. And what makes Andre unique is he's got an MBA and he's Swiss German. So this guy is buttoned out. He's precise. He's got his protocols. He's got his new vice president process ready to go. And he moves to Denver, Colorado, flies down to Phoenix, and he sets up his laptop in a conference room, and he's just taking copious notes from all the different sales directors and different managers from different functions. So right away, I'm like, I've never seen this before, right? CA was hard hitting, get the number done, eat what you kill. We did not have a lot of MBAs on staff at that time. So Andre brings this really methodical process of inventorying and basically doing a lightweight 360-degree review. Now, you got to combine that with the fact that my numbers were pretty good. Keep that in mind, right? This is why fear does not overwhelm me. Got great numbers. Um, and the guy is Swiss German. So, Andre, I'm sure your English is better now, but at the time, his English was not 100%. So he would sometimes, scrape for words in English and then use euphemisms or use what he thought was the appropriate wording to describe something. And as you all know, sometimes it doesn't always translate. But great leader, great manager. And so this is how it goes with Andre, right? Think about it. I have a full head of hair. I'm kicking ass. My numbers are great. I'm full of piss and vinegar. And I meet this guy in a conference room. And here's how it goes. Hi, you are, how you say, John the Hunter. Some version of the Hunter that caught me off guard. You are, how do you say, like Maverick. Not very many people like you. You're like a bull in a china shop. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Is this guy just calling me a cow? Am I actually, hearing this right now? And of course, if you guys have ever gotten feedback like this at all, it's at first, it's like the different levels of grief, right? At first, you're in denial, or there's anger, maybe anger, then denial. So now you're angry. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm John Hunter, dude. 2, there's no way. These people love me. I'm John Hunter. Are you kidding me? And then as he goes through the dialogue and you see what he's doing, and my numbers are great, he's not there to fire me. He really wasn't trying to embarrass me. He was just finding the right way to say what he needed to say. So the truth, that's what made the conversation safe. And you'll hear me talk about safety all of the time. So there's a bunch of lessons from this story. One of them, if you're a manager, how important it is to develop safety, because now you can say, like Andre did, say almost anything you want, and you're going to have the desired effect. It's also around falling in love with something that's so difficult for everybody. I don't care who you are, which is feedback and self-awareness. It just blows. It just does. It may feel great a week later. You made tremendous growth in your career, but I don't care who you are. If someone comes to you, calls you a cow, says you're a bull in a china shop, and you've not really heard that before, it hurts. So this is a journey with Andre. I walk out the door. It's 5:00. I go home. I stop by a mentor friend of mine, and I tell him what happened. I'm embarrassed now. Now I'm in the form of embarrassment, because now I believe him. And my friends, my coworkers, I realized were getting offended by me. They were getting put off by me. I was burning too hot, but they didn't know how to tell me. And it just made me so embarrassed. And that's what's important in this. So now I'm going home with my head between my legs, and I go to a mentor's friend. Another great lesson is get a mentor in your life that you can go to on this kind of stuff. And I told this guy, John, he said, what happened today? I said, well, you're not going to believe this. I got a new boss. He's Swiss German. And I think he just called me a cow, referred to me as a maverick. I'm not really sure what a maverick is, but he said some other things in there too. And I've been clearly offending people. I've been too brash. I've been too confident, too pompous. And I'm just embarrassed. And he said, whoa, hold on. Do you know what a maverick is? And he goes on to describe me what in a herd, there is a handful of cattle that come from different upbringings that are mavericks, and they will often lead the herd through a storm and save the entire herd. a little bit crazy, a little bit unconventional. So he said, hey, be careful here. There's an absolute positive to being a maverick. It's a leadership quality. It's something that you should build off of. You just had your first self aware moment. That's okay. Go learn from it. Find a way to self moderate, self govern better. Check in with your other teammates differently. Just be careful being you, too much of you, but don't lose the confidence that made up that maverick personality. That's what was delivering the numbers. That's what really made you special. And I walked out of there thinking, oh my goodness, thank God I stopped by his house on my way home. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I put it in almost all of my PowerPoint decks when describing myself, because I'm not perfect, fail all the time. I consider that day a failure in a lot of ways, because I'd failed to be self-aware with some of these friends of mine, some of these coworkers. But then I learned later that that was an amazing victory, because I have chosen to always want to get better. And if you are in that position and you simply want to get better, you can build in some techniques to, when you get the feedback and you feel like crap, how to go for a walk, to go to a mentor's, because it's going to sting. But my goodness, I'll bet you that was one of maybe 5 or 6 events in my life that sent me on a different pattern, different trajectory, because I was able to get it. It really hit me hard. And then I was able to make changes from it, but not lose who I am. I don't want any of you to lose who you are. I hear this a lot. I can't be who I am, so I'm going to tell people what they want to hear. That's nonsense. You don't want to tell people what they want to hear, but you want to remain calm. You want to be self-aware. You want to be the best version of yourself. Hopefully this was applicable today. Short, sweet, to the point. If you're a maverick, celebrate it. Just be a maverick. You can be a team player. Good selling today. Great talking to you. Can't wait to talk to you next time.